Eric here. If you're watching this video and you're wondering about the background behind me, it's because I'm making this recording in Taiwan right now. My intention was to be able to find a nice place, is like to make this video, but Taiwan has just gone through its second typhoon in 3 days, and it has been raining, and it's wet, and it's cold, and it's miserable as far as the weather is concerned. The people are marvelous, but the weather has been a challenge. And so instead of making this recording out in the wilderness somewhere, it's like I'm making it here in my hotel, behind this backdrop. um, because it's the best that I can find where the noise is not too loud and there aren't too many people walking around. So anyway, you said habits. You either want to create a habit, break a habit, change a habit, and you said yes. Been there. I've had lots of habits I have wanted to break and need to break, things I need to change. I went from being extremely fat and overweight to losing over 75 pounds, and it required me to change habits, change patterns. I have been a procrastinator. I have been, what are the habits have I had? I mean, simple habits. This will sound crazy to you, even, I'll be honest with you. There's a time I kind of lost some of my personal hygiene, so wrapped up in the rat race and running. This will sound nasty, but it's true. I got out of the habit of brushing my teeth, so yeah, I had some bad breath, man. I was funky. My breath was bad. And I had to retrain myself what we already knew as a kid, how to brush our teeth 2 times a day. Or after every meal if you're really, really good. Because it just wasn't part of my routine anymore. And that's a habit you would think that you would never lose, but it was one that I personally lost. So I know what it's like to need to create new habits so that I am not doing things that I know are bad for me, that are unhealthy for me, that are destructive to me, but instead creating new habits that help empower me to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. Because ultimately we're responsible for our behavior, and if we're doing things that we know are destructive to us, we're normally doing them because of habits. But when you're aware of these habits, you have a responsibility to change those habits. You don't just get to stay victimized by yourself or to yourself. You have to do something. If you don't do something, you have to suffer the consequences. Habits are developed, maintained, or changed based off of 3 things. You have the cue, you have the routine, and you have the reward. The cue is the thing that triggers. It's what's that thing that triggers you? Oh, it's for some reason, it's something happens, and all of a sudden you're craving a chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate chip cookie, chocolate chip cookie. And so the reward's going to be you're going to eat that chocolate chip cookie. And you have some routine that you follow that's going to get you to the chocolate chip cookie. And so you have a cue, you have your routine, and you have your reward. My job is to help you identify what your cue is, what your trigger, to give you lots of things to think about, but not just think about, actions to take to identify what is triggering you in whatever particular habit it is that you're trying to address. Then we are going to look at what your reward is and what your routine is, and to make adjustments. we tend to fail at this because we try to do it on our own without the support that we need. We like to be strong and say, I can do it all on my own, I can do it all on my own, I don't need anybody's help. But sometimes it's good to have someone there 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. It's like that you can call on if you feel weak, or that you know is going to contact you and ask you, what about this? Did you do that? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Did you do what you were supposed to do? Did you avoid what you weren't supposed to do? If yes, great. If no, why not? And to help get you on track. So that 21 days from now, you create a new pattern, a new routine, new rewards, a new habit. With that new habit comes a new change, which then has a way of building upon itself to create other new changes, so that you can begin to structure a life that will empower you, that will encourage you to do more of the things that you want to do, less of the things that you don't want to do. And with that comes freedom and power. And that's what my hope is for you. My promise to you is that if you embark on this journey with me, we will uncover what your triggers are. We will uncover, there's like other routines that you can create and ways to deal with those triggers so that you can break your bad habits, create new good habits, have the accountability that you need so that you have the added enthusiasm or peer pressure or whatever you want to call it. Support is what I would like to call it though, because this is really not about making you feel bad. This is about empowering you to be strong, to be who you were born to be, and not to be hindered by bad habits that were picked up along the way. It's something that you picked up. It's like something you developed. It's like something that was created for a purpose that no longer is in your best interest. And now it's time to replace it with something that is in your best interest. And I want to do that for you. And my belief is, if you will dedicate the time and the energy to do the work that is necessary, I will give you my time, my advice, my observations, my experiences to help you create a new life, a new pattern, a new way of doing things. And in the end, we'll give each other a high five and everything will be good. And you'll take this experience and apply it to the next thing that you want to change, and the next thing you want to change, and the next thing you want to change. And it's amazing when you start doing things on autopilot, it becomes effortless. And when it becomes effortless, what a peaceful experience. Anyway, I'm looking forward to helping you.